Mr. President, our thoughts are with the more than 37,000 Palestinians who have been killed by the Israeli occupying forces during this last 8 months. Over 20,000 of them are women and children. These martyrs, for us, are alive with their lords. They are watching over us from heaven. Mr. President, we Algerians deeply feel the suffering of Palestinians, and with our own history of struggle against colonial occupation, we fully understand and support their legitimate and just demands. As a free and dignified people, the Palestinians will never accept living under occupation. They will never abdicate their fight for liberation. From the start of our mandate in the Council, our objective has been and remains clear and unwavering: to halt the massacres committed by the Israeli occupying forces in Gaza. During these dark times in human history, Algeria's sole guiding principle has been the preservation of Palestinian lives. We cannot stand by while the Israeli occupying forces continue to exterminate Palestinians. We also cannot remain silent in the face of this collective punishment. To us, Mr. President, Palestinian lives matter. Palestinian lives matter. We voted in favor of the draft resolution submitted by the United States because we believe it can represent a step toward an immediate and lasting ceasefire. And I would like to extend our gratitude to the US delegation, especially Ambassador Linda Thomas-Greenfield, for their diligent efforts and for addressing some of our concerns in the final text. Algeria engaged during the negotiation process in good faith, working closely with Palestinian and mediators to achieve a resolution that ensures an immediate ceasefire and hopefully will have a tangible impact on the ground. Like any other product of the Security Council, this text is not perfect, but it offers a glimmer of hope to the Palestinians, as the alternative is continued killing and suffering of the Palestinian people. We voted for this text to give diplomacy a chance to reach an agreement that would end the aggression against the Palestinian people that has lasted for far too long. It's time to halt the killing. Mr. President, this resolution ensures that, first, the immediate ceasefire will continue as long as negotiations continue. Mediators, the United States, Egypt, and Qatar will work tirelessly to reach an agreement on the second phase of the proposed deal. This was one of our key concerns. Second, this resolution guarantees the return of Gazans to their home and neighborhood, including the north of Gaza, within 6 weeks. It counters the occupying powers' attempt to empty the north of Gaza of its inhabitants. Third, the resolution sends a clear message: no change to Gaza's demographics or territory will be permitted. So, no buffer zones will be established in Gaza, and the Israeli occupation forces must withdraw from the entire Gaza Strip. Fourth, given the unprecedented level of destruction in Gaza, which will take decades to clear, the international community, through this resolution, reaffirms its commitment to the Palestinian people and for the reconstruction of the Gaza Strip. Guided by its solidarity with the Palestinian people, my country, Algeria, will do its part and contribute to the international reconstruction effort. Fifth, this resolution reaffirms the international community's commitment to the establishment of a Palestinian state. Action by the occupying power to undermine the establishment of Palestinian state are futile. The resolute commitment of the international community will make the Palestinian state a reality soon. Mr. President, the continued barbarity by the occupying forces will only result in more senseless death, as we witnessed this weekend in the Nusayrat refugee camp. Such crimes against humanity cannot go unpunished. For those killed in Nusayrat and in all occupied Palestinian territories, for the Palestinian children and women, we reaffirm Algeria's commitment to accountability for those responsible for killings and Palestinians. They will face justice. No one will be immune. None will be above the law. To conclude, Mr. President, if the International Court of Justice order are not enforced and those responsible are not held accountable, sooner or later, a new genocide looms on the horizon. Mr. President, it is evident that unless the root causes of the Palestinian tragedy are properly addressed, new tragedies, new catastrophe, new killing, and more suffering are inevitable. Therefore, our first objective must be the end of the occupation. And my country, Algeria, will remain steadfast in supporting the Palestinian people until they attain their inalienable rights, including self-determination and the establishment of their state with Al-Quds Sharif as its capital. I thank you.
Justice cannot wait. The world must act now. If the International Court of Justice's orders are ignored, if accountability is dismissed, a new genocide looms on the horizon. The root cause of this tragedy is clear. The occupation must end. Without it, more blood will be shed, more lives will be lost. Algeria stands firm, unwavering in its support for the Palestinian people, until they achieve their inalienable rights, their self-determination, and the establishment of their state with Al-Quds Sharif as its capital.